Hello and welcome to another stream. Today we are gonna do tactics and we are gonna do many of them. We are also gonna do some puzzle rush and bullet, but mostly tactics. Hello Miss Holly. I'm gonna explain the countdown soon, Fairy Fighter. I'll just get the stream going. So I'm gonna be streaming for 3 hours today, and as this is the first time I'm doing tactics on this account, we start with a rating of 400. So we should have the chance to increase that during the day. So let me just read your question. Yeah, when it comes to the countdown, I have kind of made it myself in JavaScript. So what I did, if you are familiar with OBS Studio, which is what I use to make the stream, you can implement browser output. So you basically load a web page, and on that web page I simply have the countdown made in JavaScript. So I haven't used a tutorial or anything like that, but I could send you the code because it's not really or I don't mind that, but then I need to find it. So I could do that if you want to. And thanks for the setup. This tactic setup I actually made just an hour ago. So I'm glad to have some feedback. But we should probably do this tactic because we have already used 2 minutes without looking at it. So let's try to figure out what's going on here. Our knight is threatened. We have some pin. Well, first thought is of course do something about this knight. Taking here, that's natural. And to what I can see, it simply is good because if takes back, we can take here and we have a fork, winning that rook. And as this is a pretty low rated tactic, it might be as simple as that. Unless we can somehow trap the queen, but I don't really see that happening. So I think we should just go for that. It was correct. Have it look clean and be creative. Yeah, I'm not an expert when it comes to design, so I just try to keep it simple. I barely managed to make that like Shattered King logo in Photoshop, but that's kind of my limit when it comes to designing skills. I'm good, Miss Holly. I could try to reply in Norwegian. So, jeg har det bra. So I guess maybe it's better that I speak in English so everyone can understand. But you can ask me questions in Norwegian if you want to. That's impressive. So I'm good. I hope you are good too. And I hope everyone has had a good weekend. Do you want me to send you the code somehow, Fairy Fighter? Actually, I think I'm gonna do it after the stream. That's gonna be simpler. But if you just tell me if you want to, and I can write it down now so I don't forget it. I can send you the JavaScript code. Thanks for the follow to Fairy Fighter. I really appreciate that. So if anyone else likes my stream, please consider following me. That is always nice. I learned a few more phrases. That's very good. Well, it's hard for me to tell because you could just ask me the questions you know. But did you understand my reply? Jeg har det bra. Let's go to the next tactic. After all, that's what we are mainly here for. Queen threatening queen. Ideally, we want to win that queen, but this guy is protecting, and I don't really see how we can chase this guy away from protecting the queen. There might be some ideas here. Take here with a check. If you take back, you actually have mate here. I think that's the solution. However, to do this properly, it's more important to do it properly than to do it quick and earn more rating. We should just check out what else can white do. So it's not possible to take back. So the king must move to the side. But it's still gonna be mate. I think it's as simple as that. Mate in 2. Good. And what's going on here? There might be a dangerous check here, because that check cannot be blocked. And the king can only go to 1 square, because the rook takes control here and the bishop down here. So king goes up here. I'm just gonna make this a bit cleaner. Bishop here, king here. Maybe the other bishop out. And then it must be blocked, and then I think it's... No, maybe it's not mate. But I'm sure there's something there. Or maybe just knight here. How is that working out? No, I don't think so, because then we block this rook taking control, so then the king can probably flee up here. But the bishop here looks tempting. Knight has to go in between, and then maybe it's as simple as taking that knight. That's correct, Miss Holly. Very good. Let me test you for a real chess phrase here. So, jeg tror vi kan matte. That might be hard because that's not, it's not all chess words. No, or I mean there are some chess terms there. Should I just go here? Or maybe rook to the side. Rook to the side, but king here. So yeah, let's try this. Okay, it was just the end of it. So I guess I need to open up the analysis board. Tactics newbie solved a tactic puzzle. That's an achievement and the first of the day. We should always be glad when we get achievements. Yeah, I guess just go here and then... I don't really know which capture is the best. I guess it's not gonna be mate, but at least there's gonna be good stuff going on. Takes. King can now run, maybe. Or over here. Yeah, it's winning. We have won a piece already, so that's good. Say it once more. Yes. Now I need to remember what I said. I said something like Jeg tror vi kan matte her. It's one chess term in there, so that might make it tricky. Tell me if you want to code Fairy Fighter. Okay, let's try to get a good streak of correct tactics here in the start before they get too hard. Call? I don't think I said call. What I at least meant to say was tell me if you want the... Oh, maybe the code for the countdown. And I will send it to you after the stream. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let me actually write it down. Just so I don't forget it. Send countdown code to Fairy Fighter. Okay, consider it done. So what are we gonna do here? This is a free piece, as far as I can see. Takes, takes, takes. It might be that simple. We could go here and try to annoy the queen, but I guess just queen to the side protects here, so we just kind of gave up our threat. Let's keep it simple. That's all that's required when the puzzles are at a 400 rating. This should be a mate. Probably check, king down, queen here. Pawn protects here, so that's mate. And this one option is to check here with some kind of fork. That might actually force the queen sack. So unless there is an immediate mate, that should be it. It was. And here we have some real power. Actually, we just have a mate in one. So that's nice. Here it's probably just going here with a check and then winning the queen. I feel like we are in a flow now. You said something about the rook. That's now what I said was I think we are gonna. Did the camera freeze? It seems like it. But what I said was I think we are gonna mate here. But for some reason the camera froze, so I'm just gonna try to get that going again. I'm back. It wasn't that hard to fix, luckily. Tell me if it happens again and you see it, because I may not pay attention to it. It was a bit hard, that one, Ollie. You should not feel discouraged for not knowing that one. Here I immediately think about some kind of pin. Of course, the problem is this square is really well protected, so it might not be exploitable. But something that is exploitable is this pin. Give a check here. King takes. And actually use the same kind of tactic as... I don't remember if it was the last puzzle or the one before that. And already the rating has increased by 118 points. So here, this looks like a position with a lot of fun. There is a guy hanging here, but we are down a rook. So it's not going to be enough just to take that one. Thanks for hosting me, KBKhan91. I appreciate that. It seems like there are some serious mate issues. For instance, queen here, protected by the knight. King must go back. Knight here. That's mate to me. But what about, why isn't the other way mate? Going here, back. Oh, because then the guy can get here. So let's just do that. Oh, what happened there? I think I misclicked something. What? Why did my rating drop back down? What is this? Let me try to... Okay, I magically made my rating disappear and I magically made it come back down. This is mate, protected by that rook on b8. And when you have mate in one, you should always do them, just like here. Maybe go here, rook here, gives a check. Only solution is to block with the bishop, but we take that bishop and then it is mate with the two rooks. This is a mate in one. What about this one? So maybe bishop here. I think that's it, because there are two options. The queen and bishop take control here. So either king into the corner. But that should be mate after knight takes here, giving that deadly check. And the other option is knight takes, but then queen takes. King must go here, and then queen here, and that's gonna be a mate. So when you calculate a mate, the only, well, there are two ways. It might not be the solution, it might be miscalculated, or there might be an even quicker mate. But I was just gambling there that it actually was the quicker one. However, when you have mate in one, you don't need to be worried about anything at all. Funny puzzle, because both rooks are being threatened. What do we do? Yes, we make an in-between move protecting our rook and at the same time checking, meaning our opponent cannot protect his rook, which is very nice. Here there are certainly threats here. Maybe rook takes, only option is bishop takes, and then queen takes. And this is just a mate in one. So in chat I have, I don't know if installed is the correct word, but I have installed Nightbot, so now you can like type comments in chat. Not that I really need it at the moment, but I thought that might be cool to try. So if you type exclamation mark comments, you can get a link to a list over the possible comments. And one of them I want to show is the club command, because if you click that link you can join my chess.com club, and if you do that I might host viewer tournaments at some later point, not today but later, but then you need to be a member of the club to join the tournament, so you might consider doing that now already. But I don't feel like there's any point in hosting a viewer tournament before I get some more viewers, because yeah, a tournament with too few people isn't really any point. Let's see, we are black and we want to mate that king, who is certainly in some trouble. And one way of doing that might be to check here. And if king takes, then we have a mate by playing rook here. And if king goes the other way, then check with the pawn. Looks like a mate. Mating with a pawn is always nice, but he instead lets us mate with the rook. So here it looks very tempting to go here and just win that queen. The difference between dere and du, yeah, that's interesting because it doesn't exist in English. So for if you are du is in singular. No, I'm happy to answer questions about Norwegian. But du is singular, so that's if it's one of you. But dere is more than one. So it's like I and we, but with for someone else instead. Or like he and they. Or she and they, for that matter. No problem. I'm happy to answer questions. We are here to learn. and to have fun, but we should learn something as well. Mainly chess, but we could learn languages as well. I started streaming partially because I wanted to improve my English speaking capabilities. And I don't really know if I learn much from it because I will never be like corrected, but at least I get some practice. This looks a bit tempting because as far as I can see, only option is king to the side and then it's mate here. And what about this one? We must not take this pawn because king to the side, and it's gonna be either a drawn endgame or maybe even a stalemate, depending on what we do next. If we don't want the stalemate, we need to give up that pawn, and then we only have this pawn, and a pawn on the sides of the board are almost always drawn. Your English is perfect. I'm not sure I agree, but as you are the English speaking, or the, what's the word? Yeah, see, my English is not perfect. Like the native English speaker, you should be the one to make that call. So I'm gonna say thank you. I think the solution, by the way, is to push the pawn, because then our opponent is in zugzwang. If he could say, I don't want to make a move, then I think it would have become a draw. But as he must move, he must go here, then we take the pawn and guide this pawn to royalness, as it will become a queen. Or a rook if we want to. Or a bishop, or a knight. Do we want to take here? And then after this take here? Or is it something even better, like a mate? I'm just gonna do this. It was good enough. Certainly something going on in this line. A pin here. We cannot take the bishop with the pawn because it's pinned, but we could take maybe with the bishop. We don't want to take with the queen because rook takes. But bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes, and very important, after queen takes we can then take with the pawn because the queen will no longer be here pinning down our pawn. So yeah, let's just try that. It was correct. This, okay, yeah, this check is very tempting, especially as this bishop is here. So actually it's pretty close to being, I don't really remember the name of that mate, but a double bishop mate where you have like two defending pieces here, and then the bishops take 4 remaining squares when the king is on the edge. But this move can take, but then the queen takes and we have the same issue. Rook can get in between, but take the rook and it's mate. So that's it. Maybe just take here because it's a pin. It's actually not very much the white king can do because the bishop takes control here and queen over these squares, so it must be here, followed by a queen mate on this square. Here there might be some ideas about taking here. The reason is if knight takes, we have too much pressure against this pawn and it's gonna be a mate in one. And we are threatening that knight, we are threatening the queen. If bishop takes here, we just take the queen and we are very happy. If he protects the queen, like say queen to the side for instance, Or maybe even queen here, just to protect here. But then we can take this knight, because the pawn can still not take because of the pin. So I guess the only option is to move queen here or here to try and keep protecting. But that doesn't work either, because then knight take, I guess, and if queen takes, then we have this bishop in the end. So I think that's it. Takes and then just take the queen, unless there's some mate. Nice. And now we have increased our rating with more than 350 points. That's the bonus you get from playing tactics the first time. It's not gonna happen every day, I'm afraid. I don't really understand why I started on 400 rating though. It's very low. I don't think that's like the average rating. And also, when you play, say, the Blitz rating, the first games, it just jumps up and down because you can get like 200 points for winning before it kind of stabilizes. But here it seems like it is stabilized right from the start, so you don't earn more points from managing the puzzles in the start when I haven't done many of them. I don't see the immediate solution here. But maybe it's actually just take. It's a bit dangerous because of this pin, but I don't think this bishop can do much damage. Very important, the king is on a dark square, so no immediate winning that. If the king was here, say, then it could have been take here, and no fun at all. Actually, earlier today I made the first clip on Twitch, which is like a short highlight, and that was from a very similar tactic to this. I did in a game where I won the queen by tricking the king to a dark square. It was a bit cool. Maybe you saw it actually, if you watched my stream. I don't remember what day it was. I did it mainly just to try to make a clip to see how that worked, and it was pretty easy. I'm kind of thinking going here, that threatens the queen, and it takes control over this important square, which the king can flee through. So it threatens mate here. But on the other hand, let's say queen here, or somewhere else for that matter, taking control over this square, that's the important. Can go here too. Then we don't have that mate anymore. But maybe we can change the move order. That seems like it. Check. We are not gonna mate, but king must go here. Unless he just wants to give up the queen right away. It's not gonna really matter, because next move, with king here, we go here with this fork, winning the whole queen for free. And we never say no to that. This looks very good. Only move is bishop here and then queen takes, because the bishop is also controlling that square. When someone plays pushes the f pawn too early, I always think immediately about going queen here. With this knight here, it's even more powerful. So I'm not even gonna calculate that. I'm gonna go as far as claiming if you have an uncastled king and your opponent knight is on e5, never push e6 to chase it away. Queen h5 is gonna crush you. Now we take here and we win an exchange and a pawn. Here we could go knight here to win an exchange, or maybe we might actually win the whole rook. Good anyways. The other option is to check with the bishop. King must go here. Unless we have a direct follow-up, I don't think that's it. And I don't see the follow-up, so maybe we should just go here. And now, probably take here. Yes. So actually we have yet to fail at a puzzle. Maybe that allows a bit more risk taking. On the other hand, the puzzles haven't been too hard yet. First thought is just go here because of this pin, so the pawn can take, but doesn't seem to work because of knight takes. So can we do anything better? I think the answer is yes, because if not, it hadn't been a puzzle. But okay, so maybe knight here, threatening the queen, threatening the bishop. As I said, pawn cannot take because of this pin. So queen must move, but the queen can't move and still protect the bishop. Giving up the queen. So getting 2 pieces for it, so it's not that bad, but it's not gonna be enough to hold that position probably. Maybe we can just take here, because it is a fork. And the way to get out of that fork is to take, but then the queen is hanging. My opponent has been very eager to give away his queen. Except, what's the word? Instead of accepting the mistake and just lose a piece. So one option is to take here, not possible to take back. We get a lot of these pinned pawn situations here. And then the king must either go here or here. If king goes here, I think we might have some good stuff here. Giving a check. No, maybe there's something better. Yes, if king here, queen here, that's mate. And if king goes here, then we have mate here. Nice. So checking here, isn't that just mate in 1? Very active queen trying to kill this king, but it can't do it all by itself. Therefore, I think it's very natural to maybe bring the knight up, threatening a mate in 2 with checkmate here. What's the defenses of black? Thing is, the black king can start running away because the queen controls this square. So there might not be any. And also the black queen is kind of close to my king, but there are no immediate threats. That's one way that might... No, it's not gonna help. Even though it takes control over this pawn, this mate is now an option. Which it was not when the rook stood here instead of here. So I think I'm gonna do tactics for another half an hour or so, and then I'm gonna play some bullet and do some puzzle rush, which is tactics that too, but another sort of tactics, and then I'll do some more tactics after that. So that's how this stream is gonna be built up. This queen does not have too many squares, but I guess as long as it can flee. No, there might be some issues with this queen. So say b4, where is the queen gonna go? As far as I see, these squares are the only option. And if queen goes here, then I guess we could go knight here and finally get the queen here. And as soon as the queen goes here, we could go bishop here. And the queen has nowhere to go. And the only way to block it is by going knights in between. But that knight we could just take, threatening the queen and the rook. And queen goes to the side and we win a rook. So we win 2 pieces for free. That's tempting. We didn't even need to show the whole line. Let's see, are we down material here? No, it's equal material. We could take here, but this guy is hanging. So maybe we should just simply... Okay, one option is to take here with a check. And ideally we could then take here afterwards. There is only one problem. Queen, let's see. Queen takes, queen here, and then protecting. But then we might trade off a pair of rooks, and in the end give a queen check here. And as far as I can see, that's going to be a back rank mate. Rook can go back, but we take the rook and it's mate. But I did not consider queen takes back, but then this guy is hanging, so I guess it's still a valid solution. So no mate. But the puzzles are starting to become slightly more problematic to solve. But that's fun. Here we threaten mate. Can this queen do some damage? It can give one check here, but maybe just a rook in between, and there is no follow-up check, except one wants to sacrifice the queen, but that's no good. And I don't think it's possible to stop this mate. That's a mate. Very tempting to just take here. King must go up, bishop here. That's certainly mate. Okay, once again, no pawn here. And knight here. We want to go queen here. And we are not going to calculate those just in principle. They always work. I'm gonna say that, and it's of course not really true, but we can pretend, and they work very often, and certainly when there are tactics, like because in tactics you know there are some tricks. That's actually something I don't like that much about doing tactics, that it is a bit different from playing, because you know that it's always going to be a solution. There's always going to be some kind of trick winning the game or drawing the game occasionally. When you play a normal game, you still have to look for the tactics, but you're not sure they are there. So maybe it should be tactics where there wasn't always a solution. So there should be a button where it says no good solution for this one. That would have been more realistic, at least. But I think practicing doing puzzles are good training, even though it's not super realistic for a real game, because yeah, you learn to see the patterns quickly. Yeah. Also, it's pretty different from a chess game because what was I gonna say? I had another argument. Yeah, you just get introduced to a position when it is in the middle of the game. In a game you play, you now like know how you got there, so you already have some ideas about what's your plans and stuff. Let's try to get back to this position, which I kind of just abandoned thinking about. Leeches takes their tactics from actual games. Yeah. Yeah, but what I mean is that they still take positions where there are something special going on, right? Because if you play a normal position, you might look for tactics, but there are none. It's just a normal position, nobody has any tricks. I don't know how chess.com make their tactics. If they are like human made, or if they also are from game. Let's try to solve this one, because now we have wasted a lot of time. Or not wasted, but we have used a lot of time on it. So we could check here maybe. King must go here. And then knight checks here. Is that mate? It looks like a mate. Yes. Can we like see? I'm not sure if it like says, I'm just gonna check the analysis. Oh, let's just forget about it. If it like stood, it was from from real game. Yeah, your ID with the button is really good. Yeah, I think it might be good for practice, but it might also be a bit frustrating when you actually do them because you don't know how long are you gonna look for. But it's more realistic, so there could be like 2 different modes. I'm not gonna copyright ID, so if you want to develop something like that, you have my full support. Okay, this king has kind of gotten into a mess where it's always mated itself. If I push here, I think the only option is to go down, but maybe even better just bishop here. Is that just mate in 1? As far as I can see, it is. Well, one idea is to push here, disconnect these pieces, so no protection for the rook. No, of course, the queen is threatened, so I don't think that's gonna work out. So if you really want to do that, we could by just giving a check first. And still have that pressure against the rook. For some reason, I'm not really sure that's it, but it might just be. I guess I'm a bit concerned about pushing here because maybe queen goes here with a check, but king to the side might be it. And also if I give a check here first, there's no check here, of course. So should we just go for it? I don't see anything else, so okay. Queen there, okay, blocking makes sense. Certainly. Maybe just take the bishop. That one might be much simpler. Okay, so that was the idea, so we didn't have to push. I was a bit lucky there, but it worked out. Check, king up. Check maybe. King here. Good check, but then the king goes back. Is it something quicker? Check, king up, pawn check. No, then just knight takes. It might of course not even be start with a check, but it looks very tempting. Check, king up. And I feel like the only real follow-up is to check here. Then the king goes here. We could get this bishop out. That had been cool, because then we could mate on the black squares, dark squares. But I don't see it. So the lazy way of doing this is just to like try and check and do the moves I'm almost certain about, and then maybe I will see it later. But I don't think that's really good practice, because you don't really do that in real games. Maybe in like Blitz, but in classical chess, you want to like calculate it all the way before doing it. Check, king up. Of course, it could be something like bring a knight into the attack, but it seems a bit slow. It might be it, but let's check. Let's check. So maybe knight here now. Threatening going here or here. And then the king must go to the side. No. So that's the first fail of the day, but we have completed a lot before this one, so we shouldn't be too disappointed. I don't really see the point of checking here, because just go back. But there might of course be something, like maybe queen to the side afterward. But then the king can get all the way back, or maybe pawn push. Now I don't see the point of that. And we could maybe push this pawn, threaten to go here, but isn't c5 just stopping that check anyways? You are free to suggest moves in chat, so if you want to do that, you can do that. For this one and other ones. I'm probably not gonna look at them before I try them myself anyway, so if you want to do that, you can. I'm considering just getting a hint. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I just didn't consider taking this pawn at all. Thank you, JXP Corp. Okay, our king is in big trouble. Luckily, we have one move before it is disaster. So we need to do something forcing. Take here. King must go to the side. And that's gonna be a mate soon. Checking here, very natural. And queen takes control here. No point of moving the rook back because we have control, so we can just take. Only real option is to go king up here, but then check here probably. And that's mate because these squares are both protected. Here the black king is in real danger. One option is to check here. Only real defense or try is king up. But queen checks, chases the king back here, and then taking the rook. Looks pretty good. After taking the rook, if queen goes here, we can play rook down and win the queen as well. And if king goes back up, we could just move queen back, king back, and then we can go queen here instead. But then the queen gets here. I mean, I'm certain this is the solution. On the other hand, there are a lot of tempting options, but I think this makes the most sense, unless there's something better now. Like maybe checking here. But I don't... Or rook check. Rook check is also tempting because it's gonna win the queen. So which is actually the better approach? Because this move, king goes here, we take a free rook, so I feel like that's even better. Yeah, it was. And I think we could win the queen afterwards if we wanted to. Winning our queen is good, but when we can have even more, we take it. Okay, this one is not too hard. Take here, distract the king away from protecting the queen, and win the queen in the end. Taking here looks very natural. King must go to the side, followed by a check here. Is gonna be it. This guy is free. because this is pinned. On the other hand, then we get a queen trade. Do we want a queen trade? Do we have something better? Not as far as I can see. 999 rating. So we have increased the rating with 599 points in about 50 minutes. Can we do that once again? I doubt it, but we could certainly increase it plenty more. Check, king to the side. We can't actually mate here because there are some rooks here, but we could probably just check, king to the side, rook takes. It's gonna be a mate very soon. This is one way of doing it. Probably the quickest. I guess there's only one solution. Or do you know, can the chess.com tactics have several solutions? Like if there's two mates in one? Or do they make them so that never happens? I'm not really sure. We are up a queen, but we have some real issues. Actually, white is threatening mate in one by taking here. This is pretty easy to stop. One option is just check here and win this bishop, also protecting our own bishop. So unless we have a mate, we should probably just do that. It was. Yeah, I agree, Holly. But what if there's like two mates in one? Or does that never happen? But yeah, it's the best solution. So if there's one mate in one and one mate in two, the mate in one should be the solution. That makes some sense at least. This is just a mate in one because the rook controls the d5. Pretty cool mate, I would say. Lots of pieces here in the middle of the board. Must be something going on here. So what about takes? Takes. No, that's probably not. Oops, not gonna be it. Now I'm guessing there aren't any puzzles who are like that. If that happens, they either like stop the puzzle before that, because sometimes there is a mate, but it doesn't force you to make the moves all the way to the mate, and that might be such occasions. Or it might be possible. I'm not really sure. I don't think we have experienced it so far today. Okay, maybe we could take here. There are so many pieces here. And what should we go for? Should we like go for a mate, or just winning a pawn, or winning a piece? I guess it might be take here though, because it threatens the queen and also threatens this guy, as we remove the pawn protecting it. And yeah, let's just try it. Okay, accepting this piece is dead, just getting one last pawn for it. Mate in one. This is tempting. Do we have anything even better? Taking that the bishop makes sense too. Threatening mate makes some sense, but it might be a bit slow. Okay, but let's look at this. So takes. What is? I think black must move the queen. And no, I think that's it. Okay, free queen, or is it some tricks here? It might be something about getting the knight in and try to mate actually. But it's not gonna be a mate because we can also always go to this square. Let's take the queen. Okay, it's just take, king takes, and then we have a fork. So on my like private account, I haven't played on that one in a while, but I actually somehow managed to get a tactics rating of like, I don't remember, it was either 2200 or 2300. And I'm not really sure how that happened. But that would be cool. I think there's some, I think people tend to be higher rated at tactics than other than in the playing variations. But yeah, let's go for that. Even though it's gonna take a while, because we have only failed one tactic so far and increased it by almost 700 points, but it's taken almost an hour, even though I haven't been too efficient. Let's see. I think it makes sense to take with this guy, because it opens up stuff here. There might, like if pawn takes back, there might be issues about protecting this guy, but I guess just a5 protects it at some time. So takes, takes. That was mate in one. Another thing that might be a bit annoying about tactics, but of course also happens in real games, is that sometimes they are so simple and sometimes they're very hard. At least when the rating increases a bit. So maybe there's like a piece hanging and you really don't know if you should just take it or if there's even something even more fancy. Should we just take the queen? And if so, with which piece? Taking with the pawn. I guess the only real option is to take back with the knight. Then queen takes here. That's gonna be a mate. So I like look for a clever solution in 10 minutes and then, yeah, it was only the simple move. Checking here looks a bit dangerous, but the king can go here. And there it might actually be a bit hard to touch. So I don't think that's it. But maybe we could push here. Then here, and then this. Looks mate to me. Takes, here, check, and rook. That's a fork. Smothering mate. And here maybe take, oh, that's not a legal move. Take here. It's not really threatening anything. Queen takes back and yes, we can trade off pieces here, but what's the point? Oh, but maybe we could push here first, disconnecting these pieces, but yeah, that might work because we have control over that square with two pieces. Winning a piece for pawn. Yes, thank you. Is what we say then. Okay. Check. King here and it's mate in one. King here and queen goes here, forcing the king back. What's the follow-up then though? Queen here, king here. Okay, maybe bishop here. King up. No, that's protected. That's not possible. So then pawn pushes, but just queen takes. That was it. Free piece in the center, taking. Are we down material? Yes, we are down a piece, so winning back a piece is probably not enough. But maybe we can take with the rook, threatening the queen, threatening this piece. And probably just take that free piece. Unless we could do some back rank damage, but this guy is controlling this square, unfortunately. Also, we have a discovery against the queen, but pushing doesn't seem to have any additional threats, so I think we should just keep it simple and take the piece while it is hanging. And we also save those threats for later. Okay, we could take the rook, I think. Queen takes, rook takes. And we are up a full rook. Or we could take the knight. And then we are up a bishop. And I guess it's better to be up a rook than a bishop, so that might be it. It was. Okay, let's do a few more tactics and then we are gonna do some bullet maybe. If anyone wants to play some bullets, you can send me an invitation. But I'm gonna do some more of these first. We can't end it while we are on such a good streak. Checking here, looks good. Bishop controls here, king must go to the side, followed by maybe a queen check here. Only moves bishop in between, but we take that bishop. Thank you, Miss Holly. Bye. See you around. Thanks for watching. And checking here. Maybe. Maybe not. Or yes, maybe. Because they... Yeah, what's the best way to solve it? Take king to the side. Then we take this guy, and if takes here, we have mate here. But... And if someone tries to block it, it's not going to be enough pieces to... We have 2 pieces controlling these squares. So that's going to be winning material as well. So then the only option left is king here. What's going to be the ID then? King is here. We have some thing going on down here, but doesn't seem that tempting to just take, because then takes and it's nothing really here. Could we sack the queen on the knight? It doesn't seem to be mate, and as long as it's not mate, it's not good enough. It doesn't justify sacking the queen. Okay, king to the side. Maybe we could go knight here, or knight here for that matter, giving another check. Okay, say knight here, and then the only option seems to be king here. We could win the rook, or maybe give a check with the queen. Let's try it out. Okay, when he went there, it's simple. And then it's much simpler with a mate in one. And this one, 3 piece. But we are down a rook, so we need to do more. Seems a bit tempting to just check here, but actually we could check here too. No, I think this is it, because it is a fork, so only real option is to take. And then we check here, and that's gonna be mate. I must have missed something. What did I miss? We go here. Pawn takes. Queen here. Isn't that mate? I'm feeling completely blind right now. Or is it a mate in one, so there's just something even quicker? I'm very curious. Okay, it wants us to go here. And now takes here. I wonder why my move didn't work. We need to check that out. I'm probably just missing something real simple, but what's wrong with this move? Okay, it's giving up the queen. I guess the other one was forced mate. Well, this was not forced mate. It was only forced mate if you don't give up the queen. Yeah. I'm not too upset about not managing to solve that one. Here it's tempting to go here. King takes and we get a queen. The only thing that would have been even better was if we could get new queen while not losing the rook. And how is this position gonna be if we get a queen here? Because this pawn is a bit dangerous and we are down. We will be down 3 pawns immediately, at least. And what about rook here? It's not that forcing, but it stops here, so if king takes, we also get about the same, but king here instead of here, so what's the real difference? Also, it's not gonna be easy for this rook to get over and sack itself for this pawn, as long as the king controls this square. Maybe we should be even more greedy, just not allowing our rook to be lost. So say rook here, and then queen. No. Seems a bit too slow. So should we just go here? Apparently. Oh, this might be the reason. Now it's easy. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna play some bullet and then do some puzzle rushes, and then I'll do more tactics in the end of the stream. So I'll still be streaming for almost 2 hours, so we have plenty of time. If anyone wants to play me in bullet, you can send me an invitation. I played Crazy House last time, so should remember to go back to normal chess. Now I need to get in quick bullet mode. Let's go. Just play something. 4 knights. I like that. Okay, that's fine. This is what I usually play with white. So why didn't this not become a bullet game? Maybe I misclicked. Because now I'm playing a blitz game. I'm sorry about that. But we will fix that for the next game. What that means is we can play a bit slower. Not much, but a little bit slower. Let's go here, just to get some more space. Getting some trades here, maybe pushing the f-pawn. This is a bit annoying, but let's go for it. Yep. Just go here, I guess. Only danger is if he at some point could check here with a fork, but right now it's very well controlled by 3 pieces. Oh, I'm sorry. I should switch to this interface. Takes. Should I go here or should I move the rook first? Or should I do something about this maybe? Let's try this. Oh, can we take here? I think we did a very well tactic there. That's what you get from practicing tactics the whole day. And by the whole day, I mean 1 hour. So we are up a piece. We are slightly down on time, but it's not that dramatic. Let's just go here. Get this rook to some meaningful square. Maybe go here. Also get this knight out. Some pressure here, but that doesn't matter because we have it under control. Also, we are pretty happy to trade off queens. That should be up for consideration. It looks good. It really does. Let's go here. I'm not really sure where we should put the knight next move though. Let's go here. Trade off rooks. Even though we had very good control over that. What was the point of that? We can take here now. Now check here, maybe. Let's go here. If we can trade off the queens, that's super. So sense not to allow that. Now we don't trade the threatened mate, but we threaten. Now we can trade off the queens, which is very good. So we should win this, even though we are down 30 seconds. Just get all the pawns, and it's gonna be a good day. Let's just get a new queen and then do the staircase mate, if that's what it's called, with 2 heavy pieces. We didn't need to though. So now let's go over to a 1-minute game and hope we get the right thing this time. So now we need to... Oh, that was stupid. Oh, I'm not up for this speed now. No, I just blundered. But he doesn't really utilize it, even though he has the upper pawn. I'm not very used to playing bullet. So, I guess it's good to practice it. Threatening a piece, can we win it? Nope. Something in the B file. We have good control over the B4 square. How is this gonna work out? Yes, we have discovery against the queen. If it takes, we can win the queen by going here. So let's go here. We still have this threat. Oh, he threatened mate. I didn't see that. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna do this, even though it's probably not good. Because now he just gave up a piece. Not good. But the time is gonna decide this one. I get the passed pawn. Both are getting new queens. And we have about the same time as well. How are we gonna win this one? I'm just gonna give a lot of checks and we'll see. without doing the threefold. I don't want. Oh, I missed the check. He wants to draw, but I'm gonna flag him, so no thank you. Even though I just got into a losing position, it doesn't matter because I won it on time. So that's nice. Another one. Let's keep the speed. It's a French. We are going for the exchange variation. What is this though? I have no idea. Castling. This move. This move. This move. This move. Oh, he has cancelled queenside without me noticing. That was his plan. So now I need to get a queenside attack going. Not sure. Oh, I probably should have taken. Let's do this. Now it's a bit hard, maybe, to get through. It's not gonna hold in the long run though, I guess. Oh, it's a check. Let's actually get out of the... Oh, now I blundered a lot of material. Still not over though. Tricky. Oh, this is not good. And we're also down on time, so it's not gonna end well, I think, this one. Where can I move? It takes... Oh, that was also a blunder. Yeah, too bad. We were crushed here, unfortunately. There goes the queen too. That's gonna be enough. Let's do another one. Try to get back on the winning track. Scandinavian defense. Oh, I just gave away a pawn. But it's better to give away a pawn than to give away too many seconds checking for that stuff. At least that's my experience of bullet. Let's just get these pawns rolling. Okay, we can take care. Go back. We are actually up on time, but both have a lot of time at the moment, actually. And how is this gonna work out? Let's get here, maybe. Let's try to go here. This is a bit annoying. But we are up on time by several seconds. And that's good for bullet. How is this gonna work out if I take... Let's try it. Okay, we cannot take the rook, but we can take here. No, it's a back rank. Ah, too bad. Did I have any options though here? I don't really see it, because if I take the rook, it's gonna be mate in one actually. So, yeah. Okay, maybe slightly better to take with this rook, but it's still gonna be losing, as I cannot take here. I can avoid the back rank, but this move is just gonna make me down a queen. Okay. It's fine. Another game. I gave him some space. Where should I put my pieces? I gave away way too much space, I think. And now my moves don't even make any sense. Yeah, this is a bit silly. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got some space back. And I didn't lose any material. That's something. Am I in danger of being mated? Maybe, not sure. Take with the queen. Okay, we get a trade of queens. Is it still equal material? Yes, it is. So that's not too bad. Still really in trouble when it comes to the space though. Let's try to get the bishop over here. Maybe we can do something. He could just take the pawn with the rook. Yes, he is doing that. Very important to stop that pawn. We are down by 5 seconds. We need to like pre-move now. Let's not go there. Where is my rook now? Not rook king, sorry. Oh. What's going on? We're equal on time, but I lost a lot of material to manage to get to this point, so I'm not sure I'm gonna lose this because of the time situation, but looks pretty close to mate, but I actually won it. That's a pleasant surprise. Let's go again. Take here. Good. Push. That's not the best move, I think. Let's just go back here to avoid any tricks. Let's go here. Gain some space. Castle. Push, maybe. That deep pawn of his is not the best. Let's go here, just to avoid any pins. Let's go here again. We are happy to trade off a pair of rooks. Let's go for it. And another one, take with the bishop. Go here, here, trade. We are up on time, which is nice. Let's actually just go here. Maybe that was not so good. Oh, that's bad, I guess. We are still a bit up on time. Should I trade queens? I'm not gonna do that, just to keep some chaos in the position. How is this gonna work out? That move was just random. Oh, I hung my knight and it's taken. And yeah, this is not good. Not good at all. But I'm up on time. It's not over. No, I hung my queen for not paying attention. Is it time to mate though? No, it's not. And it's another win on time. But the play is not very good. But it's bullets, so I'm willing to go as far as saying it's not really about the play. It's about the speed. Is this dangerous? I guess it could be. Let's give a check. protecting here. Yeah. Go here maybe. Maybe we should have done something here first. I have no idea. Let's try to trade off queens if we can. We couldn't. At least not that easy and by force. Now he can trade off queen. He did. This pawn is a bit weak. Let's go here. Here. Get the rooks out next. Here maybe. Take. No tricks. We don't have time to look for them. I don't know what this is. Are you happy with the draw? And should I trade off rooks? I didn't really have time to consider it. We are a bit down on time. Now we're a bit up on time. That's a cool tactic. It's a winning game now, I think. Maybe not. Yes, it is. But the time was not really what it was. Yes, a win is a win. That's what we call it when we win it on time. If I had played well and lost it on time, then it's not about the win, it's about the quality of the play, right? But in these games, it's about a win is a win. Very true. Let's play a few more games and then we'll do some puzzle rushes. If someone wants to challenge me, feel free to do that. And if you like my stream, please consider following me. Let's castle queenside just for the fun of it. And now we're gonna do a crushing kingside attack. And it's gonna work out. Because I wanted to. And also with 1 minute we don't have time to think, but we also don't have time to worry. Sack here. Or wait a bit. Let's try to improve the attack. Okay, threatening. Should we still take? Should we do something about it? I don't want to play a defensive move, but yeah. We don't have time to think about it. I'm already down a lot of time. Could we get some dangerous thing here? We might be able to. But he's thinking too much, at least, finding a way to defend it. So it seems like the kingside attack is actually working. Wait, how is this position? Oh, right, that was the only move. I thought he could go here, but the queen was taking control, of course. So, no worries at all. Let's just get the pieces to somewhere they work out. But let's do another kingside attack actually, because they are fun. and it's good to practice them, even though I don't really know how much real practice you get from them in a bullet game. But it trades off a bit too many pieces, I think, to go for that attack, so I'm just gonna calm down. I never really got the chance to start the attack, so let's just pretend it was never gonna happen. And castle kingside. That's not a good move. I just hung a piece, I think. This guy. Too bad. Might. Of course, it's not decided. It's bullet. His king is in some trouble, but we should not blunder our queen. But this is very, very bad, actually. We need to give a check. This square is under heavy attack. 3 pieces. We are not really able to defend that in a good way. That's unfortunate. And we're also very down on time, so cannot take that one. But now this is pinned. No, I blundered my queen. Too bad. Okay, last bullet game, and then puzzle rush next. King's Gambit declined. It's way too dangerous to accept it, in my opinion. I did accept it now, though, for some reason. Okay, this is not too bad. I got my pawn structure back, but king is a bit weakened. We want to castle quickly here. Should I do this? Not really sure if I should have done this. This just is so slow. I'm castling in my 13th move. That's a bit late, but it didn't punish it. Time-wise, also not very promising. Oh, that I missed. Very weak square on e6, but he didn't utilize it. Take here, and I have a pin, so we won't be able to utilize it, but he could take it now, I think, but he didn't. Let's take another pawn. No worries about that. Let's give a check, just to have something to do. Let's see, I'm up a piece. I don't remember getting up a piece. Or I mean, I'm actually not up a piece, but I'm up material equal to a piece, because I'm up 3 pawns. Oh, I missed that he had moved, and that's something you don't want to happen in bullet. This is not too good on time. I mean, that's not a good move. Oh. I gave up my piece, but it's all about the time. I'm up by a few seconds, so let's see how it's gonna work. But he could take my pawn and I'm not gonna have winning material. But he doesn't for some reason. Now he did. So does he have time to mate here? I doubt that. Okay, I managed to draw it, but I should probably have managed to win it. No harm done with a draw, though. So, puzzle rush next. So, our record is 26, and I think we got that one last time. So let's try to beat it. So 26 is pretty good for me, so I'm not certain it will happen. Also, I tend to be best the first couple of attempts. and then I lose some focus or energy to really go for the records. Yeah, let's see. Sorry. Okay, let's get started. Check, check, or not check, but winning a rook. Okay, take here, that's good. Take into this. Oh, it's just hanging. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. For let's see, that's a mate in one. And oh, free queen. Free queen. And here, should we give a check or do we have something even better? Mate in 2 is pretty good. Check here maybe. Okay, and now here, yeah. And yes, we are white. I almost tried to move a black piece there. Is this mate? No, the rook is hanging. So I'm just sitting here now and don't even considering moves, so that's not the way to spend time. This has not been a great start. Should I check here? Free piece. And this one. Will we go here? Yes. Check, winning the rook. Always nice. And queen is trapped. And that's just... Well, okay, the queen. There was a way to save the queen, but we got a piece. What's up here? Okay, the queen is... Yes, we are winning the queen. Always nice. And now, black. We win the rook. No. Okay. I thought that looked good, but I didn't really look it through. Share, trap the queen. We could give a check on the back rank. But is it any point? Oh, no, we are white. Again. Checking here then. Do we check here? Or maybe just go here. And check here, and win that queen. What's going on? Are we not take? Oh, there's a new queen threat. But that's no issue. I want to win the rook, but then we need to get the bishop out of the way. So, is it any way to do that? It might be. Or just something else. Do we push her? Oh, I have very little time left. Let's just try something. Check. Check. Push. Oh, the check. Can we... Are we just gonna block it? Yes. No. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Okay, 24. It's pretty good, especially as I didn't feel like it started good at all. But it's decent. No new record, but certainly okay. Let's look at the ones we failed at. So this is the first one. I don't really remember what I did here. I think I checked here, but maybe we should check here. And win the rook. Yeah. And this one, yeah, I just didn't find the solution and I started to get low on time, so I just decided to make a guess, not burning out the last time. Could we maybe push here? I think so. And finally, this one, I think we should just check here. And now let's see what's the way to finish this one off. Maybe it's going... No. King can takes, but if rook takes... No, we can't check here either. It's way overprotected actually. So that's not gonna work. Maybe we can take here. No. Okay, maybe I should try to calculate it instead of just guessing. That might be a good idea when trying to be good at chess. Not just guess the moves. Have some kind of meaning behind them. Maybe we should go here. Give a mate threat. Yes. And then I guess we could just take here. Knight takes and mate here. Okay, let's try again. We are gonna do some more attempts to beat the record. Let's try to get a good start this time. Takes. Okay, just a bunch of trades. Should we just go behind here? No, what's actually this? Okay, I guess we... No. Let's try start again, if that's possible. No point of continuing when we have used way too much time and only managed 2 out of 3. Mate in 3, mate in 1. Trade off and get a very good passed pawn. Take here with a mate in 1. Back rank, mate in 2. Mate in 1. Go here. Getting a new queen next move. Checking here. Yes. Could check here, for instance. Looks pretty good. Here there should be maybe something like this. Nice mate. What's going on here? Queens next to each other, but this is winning the queen. Double the rooks, or now we have a discovery. Could we mate? What's the best move to utilize this one? Take here. Go back. No. I thought it was a windmill, where we could just win all the pieces, but it might have been an even quicker way, where it was actually a mate. This looks mate. This is gonna be a mate in the end. We both threatened back rank and another deadly mate on g7. What to take with first here? Queen. That mate? Doesn't seem like it. Rook takes. Oh. Is this a mate somehow? Maybe this. Okay. Take the piece. Apparently. And maybe go here. Queen must go somewhere. I'm gonna bet it's gonna trap itself somehow. Here the king is in big danger. Could you maybe just take here immediately? Yes. That king is not gonna survive for long. And now take the queen, knight takes. Don't really see the point of that. And what else is it to do? Okay, there is a point. This fork. Here we go here. Cool move. And now push. Yes. Could this be good? Or pushing? No, not pushing. Going here is no point. I guess it's some kind of check. Maybe checking here. Now this. And here we could give a check. King goes up here. Is it any point of doing that? We could check here, but pawn takes. It's not gonna be a new record. What's the follow-up? Is it some spectacular sacrifice? No idea. Okay, 22. A bit worse than last time, but I would say anything above 20 is decent for me. Let's look at the 3 puzzles I failed at. Did I fail at this one? Yeah, it was the windmill thing. I took here. My plan was check here. Maybe queen takes. Because if king goes back, then we can take the queen. Does it want to just take the queen right away? No, this is probably good. No. It is just taking the queen. Okay, maybe that's the best. Yeah, at least it's a simple way to get a winning position. What was the idea here? I tried to just sack here because I was down on time, but I was pretty certain that was not it. We cannot take here. We could take here and then take here, but actually the queen is hanging. I'm not seeing it. We could get some piece to like check in the H file, that would have been something. But the only other piece to do that is the rook, and it's way too far ahead. Okay, knight here. I still okay, man. This yeah, okay. It wasn't that hard. For some reason, I just didn't think about it. And the last one, where I just immediately moved here. Just oh, wait a minute, moved here just to try to mate, but it's probably more forcing to do it this way, giving checks all along. It costs a rook, but what's the point of having a rook when you have already checkmate your opponent? Oh, wrong color. Check. Mate. Takes. Checkmate in one. Takes. Maybe go here. Yep. Mate. What's the idea here? Seems like there should be something here, but I'm not all sure. Maybe I shouldn't spend too much time. Oh, this guy was hanging. Why didn't I see that? That makes stuff simpler. Free bishop. Check. Yes. Takes. No, I don't really get the flow going today. Hello, Lita. Yeah, I'm doing Puzzle Rush right now. It doesn't go too well. How are you today? I don't see this one at all. Could it be no? I'm good, thanks. And how are you? I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one. No, this is the way to go. Most forcing mate. That's good, Lita. Take. Looks too easy. This guy is hanging, but was followed by this move. Yes. Here, this check is mate. It looked like. Check. No. Check. Maybe go here. Yeah. No, that was not it. So I think I'm gonna go back to just normal tactics. It's not I did well there, but it's not the day I'm the most quick, so apparently Bullet and Puzzle Rush might not be what I do best today. My username on chess.com is Mr. Kingsack, just like on the stream. But my plan is to play Tactics now. But we could do a couple of bullet games if you want to, because I did play some bullet earlier, and I had deleted my account so I can focus, but just to play you, bro. Yes, if you want to play a couple of bullet games, we can do that. But I think I'm gonna spend most of the last hour of this stream to play, or to do tactics, I mean. But we can play more in another stream. But we can do a couple of bullet games if you want to. Yeah, it was this one I just struggled with forever. Take care. Oh, and take care. Yeah. Sometimes you can look and you don't find them, and you look at it later and it's there pretty quickly. Today is today we could look at my schedule. Today is Tactics, Puzzle Rush, and Bullet Day. 3 things at once. But I have prioritized the Tactics, but I'm up for a couple of bullet games. Also, I'm really excited about Thursday's stream, the 3-check variation of chess, where if you check someone 3 times, you win the game. And that's pretty fun, I think. I played it a bit lately, and I think it's my favorite chess variation, at least except for normal chess. It's often very short games, but they are full of action, and one bad move or just bad opening and it's over before it has begun. Sometimes moves are over in like 5 moves. King safety is important like never before. So I failed at this one. Yeah, I just went here very quickly. But I don't think there's any point of doing that. So maybe we should go here. Yeah, that's just winning material. Oh, and finally. So you deleted your account so you didn't get distracted by playing chess? That's it? Lita? And here we just take here, right? Pretty simple. So are you up for a couple of games? I don't play bullet. Okay, then we can play on Blitz Day. Or if you want to play 3-check, we can do that on Thursday. My next Blitz stream is next Monday. But 3-check and King of the Hill on Thursday and Friday this week. So we could play Blitz Time Control if you're up for that. I think those 2 variations are pretty fun. And yeah, it's gonna be short games, but it's gonna be many games. So of course, if anyone else wants to play as well, you are welcome. Just send me a message in chat and I will play you. But until someone does, at least, let's do more tactics. And earlier today we actually managed to increase the rating from 400 points, which was what we started at, to 112.29. So that's up by 829 points. Can we do that one more time? I doubt we can increase it that much, and then we're gonna be about 2000. So I guess that's kind of where we want to be, but it's gonna take a bit more time, I think. Let's anyway try to solve this one. We are black, and one option is of course to trade off the rooks, and then the question is that a winning endgame? King moves up, I think we are actually gonna win that game. That is pretty fun, yeah. 3 check, you mean? I think it's very cool. But you need to like know some, I think. It's not cool if you have never played it before, because then you're just gonna get crushed. But when you start learning a bit, it starts getting fun. And openings are very, very important, but many games are only openings. But yeah, I don't know very much. I have never read any 3 check theory, but I have learned a bit by playing myself. But I don't want to get your hopes up too high. I'm not that good. I think I have like 1500 rating on my personal account. But it's not very often you see a very high rated player in those variations. And also it might be a bit hard to find opponents sometimes. Let's try this. So I really appreciate if some of you viewers want to play me on Thursday and Friday, because yeah, it's a bit boring if you have to wait a long time to find an opponent. Also, it might sometimes you might find a tournament. Tactics machine achievement. 100 tactics in 1 day. So that's the number of tactics we have done today. I'm not sure. It might count the puzzle rush tactics. Or maybe not, because then we might have achieved it earlier. Yeah, I'm not sure. We got it at least. Okay, let's try to attack that black king. On the other hand, this rook is also not protected, so if you can get some fork, that's good, but I don't really see it. So if you push, king must go back to either of these squares. We could then play queen up here, just threatening mate. So the only question is, does black have any counterattacks? It's possible to give a check, but king to the side, and I think it stops. So it was the solution. And here, there is a free guy here. So the rook is hanging, but then we have a mate. Do we have anything even more forcing? Possible to take here, maybe? Actually, I don't want to do that because it's mate in 1. Let's try this one. Okay, so that's a more protective and probably better move. But maybe we should just trade off queens and then win the rook. Sorry, win the rook with a fork in the end. We are gonna do that unless we see something even better, like checking here, but I don't think that's gonna be mate, so then let's settle with being a rook up, and a knight in fact. So that's not too bad. And this one, maybe check, king up, check, king up. Or of course we could try to go knight here first, taking away this square, threatening mate, but I guess rook back actually saves it, because it wouldn't have been enough if only the rook then protected. But actually there's a discovery who also protects them. So not gonna work out. Check, king up. Check, king up. Could it just be h5? Protecting here and then threatening mate here. It looks pretty tempting. It was. It's always a bit hard to calculate tactics when there's a move like h5, which it's so little, it's not forcing at all, so you need to consider every possible move by your opponent. Or you gotta just hope it's good. here. Maybe we could just push and trap the rook. That seems simple and good. And now, do we just want to take the rook, or do we have something even better? I think we're just gonna take it. Yeah. What about this one? There is a guy hanging here. Material, we are down a rook and a piece. Actually, before, when I did tactics, I like to start every tactic by just counting the material, considering all dangers and that kind of stuff, but I haven't done that now. But I guess that might become more useful when the tactics get a bit harder. Because now it's kind of nice to try to solve them a bit quick too, because they shouldn't be that hard. But there's a guy hanging here, and that's about it. Should be something more. If this pawn hadn't been there, or this bishop, then for that matter, we could have taken here, king takes, and then a fork. But I don't really find a way to make that work with this pawn. This check would have been good, if not the queen. Could we distract the queen somehow? It would have been tempting to go here, actually. If not, this would have been mate in one. When there's mate in one, doesn't seem to be the best option. Also, of course, if this rook is not here, we could have mated here. Could we make that work somehow? Now this was one of the tougher ones. It's probably not even hard, but I have lost my way on some side path, and now if I could just see this position with fresh eyes, it might become much easier, but too late for that. We would use some of the ideas I've talked about, but mixing up some kind of move order or something like that. That's of course an option. No. Should I just try something? Give it up? Let's actually try to analyze it a bit more. So we're just gonna go through all our pieces and see if they can do some damage. Let's start with the queen. Queen can go here, but it's just gonna be captured. No point. Queen can go here, but as far as I can see, the same goes there. Take here, just rook takes, so that's not gonna work out. Take the rook, king takes. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be any follow-up. Queen here or here seems very silly. Queen here is silly. Queen here, dump, and queen here. What's the real point? Queen here, it loses. Queen here, it loses. Queen here. I don't see why that should be good. So it doesn't seem to be a queen move. What about this guy? Knight here. Can just be captured. Knight takes. Rook takes. Check. King here. I mean, that is one of the more tempting options, but it doesn't really seem to work out either. Knight here. just captured. Knight here, just captured. What about Knight Bro? Yeah, where? Here? Or take the knight, you mean? But we are still down material after taking the knight. I'm curious. Knight f5. Yeah, I'm gonna trust you, but I don't see it. Maybe I actually shouldn't. Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's a bit embarrassing. How many? I spent 5 minutes finding that move. Did not think about this thing. And if he wants to do something else, well, there are 2 pieces being threatened. So that's what happens. I'm pretty sure if I had like left this puzzle, taken a look at it in an hour or tomorrow, I would have seen it very quickly. But that's what happens sometimes. So I was just thinking before I start a new one, I should just promote this club I made, Shattered Kings. You can join and we can have viewer tournaments later. And so we've actually gotten a new member since last time I checked. So 3 members now. Miss Holly has joined the forces. Please consider joining. And if I have like installed, or I don't think installed is the correct word, but Nightbot in chat. So if you write !club, there's a link to join the club. You can also check out all the other comments by !comments, but I'll leave that to you. I would actually appreciate if someone just tried a comment just to see that it works for other people, for viewers as well, and not only for me. So for example, !, rating, or comments for that matter. And thanks for the follow, JXP Corp. I don't know if it was now or a while ago, but thank you anyway. I'm not gonna do any viewer tournaments very soon because I feel like we need some more viewers before that. But always nice to join now. You can be one of the first members of the club on its rise to greatness. Let's do another tactic. That's what we are here for. Thanks, Lita. Comments is not comments, I meant, like a comment. Or you could do, for instance, rating, if you... Hey, there it is. Actually, I was curious, how long do you keep your feeder rating if you don't play any games? Because I haven't played any games in like a year now. Hello again, Miss Holly. I saw you join my club, thank you. Also, if you want, if anyone wants like reminders and announcement of when I stream, you can follow me on Twitter. And if you want to know what my name on Twitter is, you could either guess that it is Mr. Kingsack, which is most probable, or you could look at the screen in the lower right corner where it says Mr. Kingsack next to the Twitter bird, or you could write !Twitter in chat. So you have a lot of options. Or you could just assume it is that it is Mr. Kingsack because I just said so. It's all up to you. YouTube. You could also subscribe on YouTube if you want to rewatch a stream, I'm uploading them there. It's also possible to rewatch them on Twitch, but I think they'll only be there for 2 weeks or so. But I haven't streamed for 2 weeks yet, so I don't know that. On Thursday will be my 2-week anniversary. And we are celebrating that with Tree Check. Thank you, Miss Holly. But we should do this tactic, because we have spent 2.5 minutes without even looking at it. Or at least not thinking about it. What's also really valuable when doing tactics is actually to look at the last move, because usually the tactic did not exist before this move. So sometimes this might have been a blunder, but it isn't always helpful, but sometimes it is. Could we try to, like, for instance, chase away the queen to win this guy? Oh, I almost made a move there. That seems a bit tempting. So say this rook goes here, where is the queen gonna go? Or maybe we can actually trap the queen. I think the queen is trapped. Okay, it wasn't all trapped. It was trapped in the matter that it had to be traded off, but it could trade itself off for the queen. But we instead take the free piece. Let's try to do this one a bit quicker. But of course we need to find... Did you get a sub, bro? On YouTube? Let me see. It says 0 subscriptions on YouTube, but it might be a bit slow to update maybe. If it was on YouTube, you meant. What are we gonna do in this one? Maybe go here. But queen back protects. So is it any point? Maybe followed by a rook, and if the queen hides somewhere here to try to protect this guy, then we can go here and check to bring in another attacker. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, and now here. And takes. And takes. Nice. I'll go sub, but was it you to be meant at first? Or did you mean anything else? We have 9 viewers right now, and that's a record, but I have had 9 before. But can we get 10? 2 digits of viewers, that would have been awesome. But I guess you guys who are already here can't really contribute to that, except you can not leave. On the other hand, 10 is only a unique number in the decimal system, and the decimal system is not that unique. So, yeah. I'm studying computer engineering, by the way, so I'm more of a binary system guy. Check here and win this guy. But we are only going to be equal material after that, because we are down a piece right now. So it would be better to just like give a mate, but maybe we can give a mate, because if king goes up here, now we can't check here because knight takes. Do we have something even better? Check now, bro. Okay, I'm gonna check. I got an... It says 0, but it might take some time. YouTube is a bit buggy on my computer, I don't know why, but it often like just logs out when I go to a new page and stuff. And also, Miss Holly, said she subbed, but I can't see that one either. But I guess that will show up. Thank you. Anyway. Okay, so is this the best move? If king goes here, we could take this guy, but then it's equal material. And tactics doesn't really often end with equal material. Of course, it could be. Some tactics is just about getting the draw, so getting from a losing position to a drawn one isn't necessarily wrong, but your move is either pawn or queen a2. Pawn? Which pawn? Queen a2? I don't really see the point. Maybe threaten this guy, but we could win that by force. You're mating in that position after queen a2. Or after this. So we go here. There might be options to bring the rook up. I'm just gonna try this. Again, it went there instead, so we don't really need to consider this. Do we take here, or do we have something better? Okay, this is the solution. We are okay, we are up a pawn, and we have the safer king, so I guess it makes sense. But the tactics tend to be even clearer, so I will forgive myself for spending so much unnecessary time. I just want to analyze this, the analysis mode. No. Oh, okay, let's just solve it first. Analysis. Let's see. So you thought about your initial play. Okay, so you meant this. Yeah. Let's keep going. Maybe just go, let's do this by force, giving no way to get out of the mate. This one. Seems to be lots of options. Maybe this is very tempting actually. If queen is taken, then we have, as far as I can see, a mate. No, maybe not actually. Yes, it is a mate. So the only question is, after this move, is it anything else? I don't think so. It did not work out. Too bad. The solution is, oh, it wasn't a mate. Oh, of course, this square is freed up. I thought the rook could block both these squares, but a rook cannot be two places at once. That I should know by now. So what was the solution? Queen d2 check. Okay, rook in between. There, takes. Now this rook. Okay, makes sense. Miscalculated to a mate, so. Okay, how do I get to the next one? I guess we could solve it. And now we have the white pieces. That's the first thing we need to figure out. Could win a rook, but then push, and we're gonna have a very hard time stopping that pawn. In fact, I think it's impossible. But it's not. Look at this. Or I guess it was impossible to stop the pawn, but we could just trade off the queen. We could take here by either piece. I guess we should take with check if we want to do that. The queen takes. I mean, we are winning material there, that's for sure. So unless there's something even better. So did not want to trade off the queens, that makes sense. Maybe we could just go back. Should probably be something a bit more direct than that. No, maybe it is to go back. There are issues here, and I don't really see a direct way to continue the attack. But aren't we up a piece now? No, we're not up a piece, we started a piece down. But still, there are... I guess this piece needs to retreat. Say it goes here. It seems a bit too passive for it being a tactic. Oh, take the piece. I didn't think about this knight. I didn't think I could take it. But then it's pretty simple. And now could we maybe go and check? Take bishop, yes, thanks Lita. So we go here, king takes, we get a new queen. I'm just gonna try that. Oh, I didn't actually see that the queen could take. So that's a bit unfortunate, but apparently it works out anyway. And it might be the same move. Yes. Do we really need to find a new move? Okay, we are down plenty of pawns, so I guess this position isn't that good. If not, there are some direct follow-up, and I guess this is it. Don't check. With the rook. Or here, but here I don't think it was any good checks. Check here. Knight takes, protects the queen. So maybe not that good. Maybe it's better to go here. It was. It's cool it worked out, yeah. Even though I didn't really have control. It worked out. Take here. Not possible. Taking with the rook is possible, but rook takes back. Doesn't seem too much fun. King isn't that easy to touch. Could it be something going on in this line? Or maybe a rook here, trapping the queen. Queen can take here with a check. I really doubt that's the solution. When the queen can take with a check, At least then it must have been a much higher rated puzzle. That's also a bad thing about tactics, that the rating of the puzzle kind of tells you how hard it is or how complicated the solution is. And I don't really see the level of the puzzle here, because I think all the puzzles are rated, because I think this number is my rating, but I think that the rating of the puzzle would be approximately that rating. But yeah, the puzzles take considerable more time now than they did at the start. But that's only natural. Do we take here? One takes. What's the point? The queen is a bit stuck. I feel like it should be some way to trap it. It's just so annoying this piece is not protected. Could we move that piece somewhere? No, we can't, of course, because it's pinned. So can we like take time to... Oh, our queen is hanging. I haven't started considering that. Okay, so maybe queen here. Protecting here. No, not really, because the rook is also there. Odd. But are we up material? Yeah, we are up a piece, so maybe we are able to give it back. So queen here, queen takes. Queen takes. Takes. Doesn't seem to be much of a tactic. Only trades. Did you do something with this guy? Ooh. It might be to take here. Can I tell you? You can write it in chat, but I'm not sure I'm gonna read it before I attempt it myself. But you can write it in chat if you want to. That goes for everyone. You are free to say moves, both when I do tactics and when I play. But at least when I play, I will try not to look at it, because I think that's at least approximate to cheating. But you are free to say almost whatever you want in chat. Just be nice to one another. And if you bother, you can be nice to me too. But at least be nice to other viewers. I appreciate feedback though, so if there's something you like or you don't like, if it is about the design of the screen or the sound, or if you want me to do something differently, I'm glad to hear it. And also, of course, if it's something that you like, I appreciate hearing that too. What I don't like is this puzzle. I think I'm about to give it up. So I'm just gonna do this. What? I gained a point for failing it? And it makes sense if I like made some correct moves first, but I don't think I did that here. Get a hint. Okay, it is queen here. Takes. Takes. Maybe there's some tricks going on now. But what could they be? Maybe it's knight take. Is there some way to like trap a rook or something now? Could it be? Seems a bit slow. Let's just see. Oh, bishop here. Yeah. Okay, I did not consider using that bishop at all. But it was several moves I didn't really see there. Or I mean, I was thinking about this plan actually. But I wasn't thinking a lot about it. There seemed to be a lot of unnecessary trades. But there was a tactic there in the end, winning an exchange. So after a hard puzzle, it tends to come an easier one. But we'll see. Checking here, checking here, checking here. That's mate. So it was. Can't complain about that one. Let me check if the YouTube thing has updated. Nope. Yeah, now it says 2 subscribers, so thank you. We could maybe take here with a fork, but maybe rook to the side. Taking the queen takes, king takes, takes. That's just trades as far as I could calculate it. Maybe there are something going on here. Or queen takes. Queen takes take here. Could it be? It was. We are approaching 1400 rating. So that means you have increased the rating by 1000 points today. If you can do that same thing one more time, that would have been really cool. And really hard. So if anyone else watching is also doing many tactics on chess.com, are you also very overrated in tactics, much higher rated in tactics than in like playing chess variations? Because on my personal account I think I have 1800 blitz for instance, and I have like 2-2 or 2-3 in tactics. Or is it just me? Could we take here? Takes, check. Bishop takes, up, checkmate. This looks dangerous. Double check. Only move is king to the side. When it's a double check, there's always only one way to get out of the check, and that's by moving the king. No way of blocking both the checks and no way of capturing both the pieces at once. The king goes here, rook here. That's mate. This should be a pretty quick mate. Bishop here. King must go here. Check here. But we can't take here. Okay, then I need to think more about it. I thought it was very quick. Bishop here. King to the side. Check here. King to the side. Maybe bishop checks. King goes out here. And then we could take here. But then king here. Takes here. I'm getting lost in the variation. Bishop here. Let me check. Could this be it? The thing that makes me a bit skeptical is that a 1400 rated puzzle, is it actually that hard? Or is it that long? But it is pretty forced. Could it be something else? Okay, maybe like taking here immediately. And then takes the bishop. And then bishop up. Threatening mate here. But then rook to the side. I think it's this. We could also check here. I think this is better. And what was my next study now? Take here, right? That was wrong. Okay. So oh, mate in one. Yeah, missed that one. Here the king seems to be in some trouble. Checking here, very tempting move. Only move is to go here. But then we might mate here, as far as I can see. Nice. Okay, this should be a quick mate. Here. No, maybe we want to go here to don't allow this block. Though it's only gonna postpone the mate one move, so. Though if it really wants to find the quickest mate, that might be it. Because if we go here, only move seems to be king to the side followed by mate. But that's actually a bit silly, I would say, because the other is mate in 3, this is mate in 2. And yes, you could claim mate in 2 is better, but it doesn't matter, so should you really punish people for that? Could we just start taking here? Takes. So we are pretty close to mating after that, but he has one move to get away from it, and that might be one move too much. Oh, maybe we should take with the rook first. That's probably better, but maybe no, the queen doesn't have any good checks. And the rook check is no good because queen takes, though then it's possible to take here. How is that working out? How is that working out? Not good enough. Oh, we should take here, right? Oh, what's that? Oh, I missed the knight was protecting here. So then it's better to go here. Okay, that was not very well executed, but it happens. Some issues here, but it is protected at the moment. Probably exploitable though, somehow. Maybe we could push here and win the queen. That's a fancy way of trapping the queen. Well, yeah, that's the way out to it, but it doesn't really work. So instead of sacking the queen, or giving up the queen, our opponent did a king sack, and that makes me very happy as a king sacker. En passant, certainly possible. And it doesn't seem to be very many other options. Okay, maybe checking here. King to the side, but it's hard to get in with the queen without taking the en passant. But if we take it, it's also a bit hard because our own pawn is blocking. But we could push it, so yeah, it was it. Now either this move or pushing. Let's try push. Here we are pretty close to mating. Unfortunately, the queen protects this square. But check. Let's see. Check. Takes. Mate. Not bad. Check. King back. Rook to the side. What can he do after rook to the side to stop this? I don't really see it. Push. Takes. queen. Something going on in this diagonal. It might just be could we maybe like threaten the queen and at the same time threaten the bishop, but the queen protects the bishop fairly easily. So I don't think that's it. And if we take here, it's just knight takes, protecting the bishop, and the bishop is also protected by the queen, so no point. And no crazy queen sacks, because queen takes back, and what's the point? We can take here, but it's not gonna be enough. We win 2 pieces for the queen, it looks like, but we want at least 3 if we want to give away the queen. Yeah, is it anything else? Or, obviously, it is. Kind of pushing discovery against the queen, but the queen is protected and ours is not, so that's gonna backfire pretty heavily. Push takes. Maybe we could distract the queen anyway. When I think about it, yes, this move might work out, because even though the queen can move to protect, we can then just takes, and then win this piece. So take here, I think, and then take here. Good. We are down a queen, but we have several attacking pieces for it. Checking here is an option, checking here is an option. So if you check here, maybe just king here stops the fun. But if we check here, and king goes here, if we now could get this guy away, we could go here and fork the king and queen. That would have been good, but how do we get that knight away? Might of course be some complete different solution too. Or should we just do that now maybe and win the knight? Bishop is threatened, should we care? Takes, takes, takes. That's plenty of material for the queen. Okay, is it some kind of mate here? Good trade of rooks, take this pawn, get a dangerous passed pawn, but probably just gonna be a draw with some kind of perpetual. Tactics ace, you solved 100 tactics, and it's a bit odd we got this one now, because earlier we got for solving 100 in 1 day. So that's odd. But maybe the 100 in 1 day counted Puzzle Rush and this one did not. That's my best guess. Okay, anything better? Maybe checking here. Doesn't really seem to be that deadly. So you never know. Could be good. I'm surprised I've not gotten more tired of solving tactics. I've done it for about 2 hours now, I think, if you subtract the bullet and Puzzle Rush time. And Puzzle Rush is just tactics too, so even more. Okay, let's try to go here. Queen blocks. And what's the point? That was not it. Check here. Check here. Now check here. Looks nice. And what is it now? Okay, it is this move. What? Oh, queen is hanging. Okay. Then it makes sense. I'm ready for a couple of easy ones now. Options here are maybe go here, taking here, taking here. So we need to look at those things and try to figure out what's going on. So take here with the pawn, we threaten the bishop. The bishop, for instance, could take it. Knight takes, so doesn't really seem to be that. We take here, queen takes. And I don't really see the point there either. Knight goes here is a bit annoying. With a fork, so we can win this guy, but I'm not sure we really want to. Maybe we can take here, but not if, for instance, the queen goes here. On the other hand, the queen needs to keep... Yes, this is probably it, because if the queen needs to take here, then this guy is hanging in the end. So we take here, and we take here. Nice. Okay, not too long left of the stream, but let's try to get to 1600 rating before that. This is pretty close to back rank mating, or I guess it's not a back rank mate, but it's a staircase mate. I think it's called the two rooks. The last two ranks, but we need to make that happen somehow. I don't want to check here because then the king can start running away. So taking here, very natural move. Threatening mate. Only issue is this queen, who kind of gets have some fun on the expense with my king, and maybe even manage some kind of fork. But it might not be something concrete, so we should probably look at it. Checks here, king to the side. There, wins the rook. And we are losing the game, so... Oh, what about this move? Yeah, doesn't allow us to checkmate immediately. That makes sense. Let's go back to this move. I actually forgot about it. But no worries. Okay, we are here. Maybe we can go here now. Should we just move back and forth? Probably not. I don't really see anything better though. Good check. King goes up, so I don't think so. It is this check. Maybe it's not that dangerous. I don't really see that it should be a perpet because we are not down material, so it's not that dangerous. I would say that we should just safe in on that draw. Could get both pieces to the 7th or 2nd rank, depending on which player you see it from, but it's gonna be checks, so I'm a bit puzzled. But I guess that's the point with puzzles. I really doubt going back is the way to go. Could like move the king somewhere where it can't be checked. Because this move obviously doesn't work. And also if you go here it's just hanging, so that's not gonna work out at all. Maybe we could go here now. I'm just gonna try that. Yeah, it was doubling on the 7th. And then go here maybe. Okay, here. I guess we get out of the checks eventually. Free piece. And how do we continue this? Maybe checking here. And then taking here. Or maybe going here. Threatening mate here. Oh. I'm losing a bit of focus now. I just do them too quickly. Oh, okay. That was pretty easy. Didn't think about bringing in another piece. Queen is hanging. So we do have at least a perpet, even if that queen is lost. But I doubt. Okay, is this probably. Mate in 2, giving up the queen. Fun and games. Tricky but funny. We are black, and taking here is a draw because takes. Or maybe we actually lose it, but we are not gonna win it, that's for sure. Pushing looks more tempting. Because if the king comes after the pawn, we go here, we threaten to take. Yeah, it should be over. And do we just push and threaten to mate here? Push. King tries to run. Check. King in the corner. Takes. King gets out. Can we try to do something about these pieces? It doesn't really seem possible. Could we give a check? It was correct. And take here. What was the point of that? Or I guess it was to stop the mate, but why not go here? Queen b6. King h8. Okay, it is this, just this. But this is... I don't really like this as a tactic, because this is just good, but it's not that forcing. Yeah, probably some idea about, say, going here, taking control over this square, at some point sack the queen for this guy, so when it takes, it's gonna be a mate. But we need to find the correct move order. I think we should start by sacking the queen. But I'm not all sure. Also, which rook should move here? Actually, we can't begin by sacking the queen, because then taking here with a check won't be fun at all. But if it goes here, takes this piece and takes here, but it's not really forced then to take here because we are equal material. And also, what's the difference between these moves? And when there are two moves who doesn't seem different, it's usually not the solution, because I think it is only one solution. Do we trap the queen somehow? Maybe go bishop here. I'm just gonna do something. It was correct. Okay, I need to look at that one because I really don't understand. First of all, what's the difference by going here? Let's see. Okay, it's apparently not winning, but the computer needs to think for a long time before it's not. Because after it takes queen e1. What? Okay, that's a draw. Yeah, but in the other variation, that's not a check. But that's pretty high level. And also, why is it so important to take? Why not just do this? Queen e7. Okay, I guess this rook is gonna get lost. I think that was tougher than the level set because the variation played was not too hard, but of course when you consider it, you need to consider all options. So not that much a fan of that puzzle, but practice is never wrong. I'm gonna abandon my plan about getting 1600 today. We'll do that some other time because I feel my head is tired, so I don't really manage to concentrate about the puzzles. So we managed 1551, so we have a symmetrical number. That's always nice. Yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I'll be back on Thursday to play some tree check. I'm really looking forward to that. Hope to see you there. And if you like my stream, please consider following me. You can also check me out on Twitter and YouTube, and you can join my chess.com club. I think that's it. So yeah, thank you, JXP Corp. Nice to have you here, and thanks for the follow earlier. Hope to see you around. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I just need to, I'm gonna host someone, so I need to find someone who is online. Let's see. Okay, let's host. 1 minute. Beyond Shatta streaming or commentating the Reykjavik Open. It was not very many on now. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. Bye.